Are you ready to quit? Give in? Give up? Or are you ready to stop following the crowd? There's a study done by the Strava organization that discovered that most people quit their resolutions within the first 2 weeks of the year. As a result, the second Friday of January has become known as National Quitters Day. Do you want to be a part of National Quitters Day, or do you want something different? 80% give up within the first 2 weeks. That means only 20% are still trying to accomplish those resolutions that they set for New Year's Day. Psychologist Dr. Michelle Rosen, who is also known as the Change Doctor because she specializes in individual and team change, discovered through research that she had done with over 1,000 people that when you look at resolutions long term, it's not just 80% that quit, it's 94% that quit. Only 6% stay focused and continue to move forward with accomplishing their resolutions. So what is the problem? Everybody talks about resolutions. Every year as the new year approaches, we talk about what our resolutions are going to be. We're going to start doing this. We're going to stop doing that. I have discovered the resolution solution because most people do not take resolutions seriously. It is something they talk about as the new year comes and then they very quickly drop. Most drop within the first 2 weeks, and most of those who do not drop within the first 2 weeks eventually drop off pretty soon. Only 6%, according to this study, follow through. Now, what do they do differently? Well, I'm going to give you some suggestions. This is the resolution solution. First and foremost, stop setting resolutions. Set goals instead. Isaiah chapter 32 verse 8 says, "The noble man makes noble plans, and by noble deeds he stands." It's not just about making the plan. It's not even talking about what you're going to do. It is about putting it into action, developing a plan of action and taking those steps. If you want to be a part of the 6% instead of the 94%, here's 5 quick tips to help you. First of all, pick a goal. Pick a goal, not a bunch of resolutions. Pick one goal and write it down. Write it down. And when you write it down, I want you to consider this. PMP. PMP. The first P is for positive. Make sure it's positive. You're not wanting to lose weight. You're wanting to gain your ideal weight. You want to get there where you want to be. You make it positive. The M, make it measurable. You got to measure. You got to know it's not just losing weight. How much weight? You set a number. You make it specific. The more specific you make it, the more measurable it will become. And then the third letter, which is the second P, is make it present tense. As if you've already achieved it. Write it down in a positive sense, make it measurable, and make it present tense. Write that down. Write down your goal. And you can type it up if you want to, but when you write it down, it makes a stronger impression on your brain, and you want to look at that every day. And some people even put up a picture that they will see every day. You put it up in your office, you put it up in your room, you hang it up on your dashboard in your car, wherever you want to put it, where you're going to see it on a consistent basis to remind you, hey, this is my goal for this year. Write down your goal. And I use actually an acronym of the word goals for this, and the G is for the goals. The O is for obstacles. Write down your obstacles. What's keeping you from reaching this goal? Something is there. If it wasn't, you'd already be there. And so you need to identify your obstacles. And as you move along the way in this journey, you're going to discover other obstacles, other things that are getting in your way. Identify those so that you can fight through those and overcome those obstacles. The A is for action steps. What action steps are you going to take toward that goal? This isn't just saying, oh, I wish I could do this, or I'd like to do this. I want to set a resolution to do this. I want to set a resolution to stop this. Write down a plan of action. Remember that verse? The noble man makes noble plans. Plans are more than just the goal. Plans are writing down the goal and then writing down steps to achieve that goal. In reality, each action step is really just a smaller goal to help you work toward that ultimate goal. So what little goals can you take to get you to that goal? Let's say you weigh 200 pounds and you want to weigh 180, and you write down that as a goal. I weigh 180 pounds, because remember, you want it positive, you want it measurable, and you want it present tense. I weigh 180. If you look at that, if you set it at the beginning of the year, you look at that, what are you going to weigh by the end of January? What are you going to weigh by the end of February? What are you going to weigh by the end of March? See, each one of those are steps, as well as different actions you do. How are you going to eat differently? How often are you going to exercise? All those are steps. You want at least one action step for every obstacle, because the only way to overcome obstacles is to take action. The L in the word goals is a little bit of help. One of the reasons that we do not accomplish our resolutions is because we try to do it completely on our own, and it's very seldom done that way. If your goal could be accomplished by yourself, it is too small of a goal. Find some help. Somebody that's maybe working toward a similar goal with you. Maybe it's somebody that's already achieved that goal and can help you learn what to do in order to get there. Maybe it's somebody that will help you look at your actions and your obstacles and how to overcome each one. Somebody to walk you through that process. Whatever it is, the little bit of help. Who is going to help you get there? And then the S is for set a date. Set a date. Don't just say, well, I'm going to do this, I want to do that. When? When are you going to do it? Because a goal without a date is just a wish. And very few wishes come to fruition. But goals with a plan of action will help you get there. Now, 5 things to help you along the way. I use an acronym of the word CLIMB. And this is it. The C is a coach. If you're struggling to get to that goal, maybe a coach can help you get there. A coach can help you work through those obstacles, whether it be a professional paid coach or somebody that you're working with individually that's maybe already gotten there. Get you a coach to help you. Some leadership in that. Maybe you join a gym and you have a personal trainer that is leading you through this process. The I is for instruction. You need some instruction. You need to learn some things. Watch some videos, read some books, take a class, whatever it is that will help you learn more to continue moving forward toward your goal. The M is for motivation. You need the motivation. You need to keep the motivation going. One of the things that will help motivate you is when you write down a goal, write down the purpose of that goal. What's the why? Why you want to achieve this goal? What is it going to do for you? And when you start to lack motivation, go back and read that and it will remotivate you. And then lastly, the B is believe. You got to believe you could do it. If you don't believe it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. If you don't have the hope and the belief that your life is going to get better, that this truly can be achieved, you're never going to do it. Now, your coach, the one who's leading you, the instruction and the motivation can help you with that belief, but you've got to complete that if you're really going to achieve that goal. Not a resolution, but a goal. Listen, guys, genius has been described as the ability to focus on one thing at a time. Set your goal, and if you set a list of goals, that's okay, but prioritize them so that you have the most important goal first. And if you don't want to accomplish anything that year except that one, guess what? You're a winner. You are a winner because you have figured out the resolution solution. You don't want to be a part of that 94%. You want to be a part of the 6% that have written down their goals, written down the obstacles, written down an action plan to achieve those goals by overcoming each one of those obstacles. You've made a list of people who are going to help you along the way, and you've set a date to achieve your goal. The second Friday of January means nothing to you because you are not a quitter. Make the decision, ignite your fire, and live with enthusiasm.